Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Hiroshi's Aloha Kitchen. I'm Wally, and this channel is dedicated to my dad to show off his amazing culinary skills. So it's been quite a while since I made my last video, but we were traveling quite a bit. We just got back from Turkey, not Turkey, Turkey, right? So we went to Istanbul where Sylvia made this really cool lamp. She did a lamp shop thing and made this really cool lamp. See? It's actually kind of cool. Went out to Cappadocia, did a hot air balloon rides out there. That's where, you see the pictures of Turkey and the hot air balloons. That's where they do it at either Cappadocia or Pumakala. Then we also went up to Pumakala and did the mineral hot springs out there. So beautiful country. It was a great trip. We had a great time. If you ever get a chance to go to Turkey, by all means, go do it. It's an amazing country. All right. So, but today we'll be making my dad's famous potato mac salad. Right. So in Hawaii, there's a lot of mac salad that goes around. There's a lot of potato salad that goes around, but very few places put the potato and the macaroni together and make a potato mac salad. So this is my dad's version of it. And it's very popular even around here. When I make it up for any parties or anything else, everybody seems to like it. So we'll go ahead and get started on it, and I'll get the ingredients out and be right back. The ingredients we'll be using today is 1 box of elbow macaroni, mayonnaise, about 5 eggs. We're going to boil these eggs. Fine grind sea salt. You can use regular table salt, that's fine. We just prefer the sea salt, that's it. Black pepper, 2 large-ish russet potatoes, 1 medium-sized carrot, and a medium-sized cucumber. So, you can change the ratios to whatever you like. You can add more potatoes, add less potatoes, add more eggs if you want. The carrot is mainly for color. The cucumber is mainly to add a little bit of crunch to it. Dad would also add green peas, kind of for color also. But since the world's most pickiest eater lives here and she doesn't like green peas, well, we just leave them out. So I am going to get started with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the stove, boil this to where it gets to be about al dente, maybe about 8 minutes, maybe 10 at the most. The eggs I'm going to put in the air fryer over there, which you can't see. Probably about 250, 260 for about 15 minutes or so. That should be enough. The baked potatoes, or not baked potatoes, but the russet potatoes, I'm just going to go ahead and put in the Instapot. And that'll probably take maybe 10 minutes or so. So it just kind of tries to speed the process up. Because it does take a while. Because the big thing is, you gotta have everything and dry everything up, because that's the real key to this, is keep everything dry, right? So the carrots, you want to wash these carrots, otherwise it'll turn it orange. The cucumber, same thing. You want to wash out the cucumber after you slice it up, and you want to slice it up really thin. You want to wash the cucumber out, squeeze it, and dry it up as best as you can. Same with the potatoes, same with the macaroni, same with the eggs. Everything, the drier, the better. If you can make this like the night before, or at least prep most of these the night before, that's the most ideal thing to do. But in this case, I'm just making it all in one shot, one day, and it will come out just fine. It just, we'll towel dry a lot of stuff. We'll let things just lay out. So the total time to make this takes quite a while. Because of all the prep work you need to do, like boiling the macaroni, the eggs, the potatoes, the carrots. I mean, I can do this. If I didn't have to let everything sit out and dry, I can have everything prepped and ready to go and mix, or ready to mix in, within probably about 45 minutes. Because you can do the eggs and the potatoes and the macaroni all at the same time, and while those are cooking, you can be doing your carrots and your cucumbers, right? But the big thing is getting everything dry and letting everything sit out to dry. So that can take probably close to an hour to do that. So, make sure you give yourself, if you don't do it the day before or the night before, give yourself enough time during the day to lay everything out, have it dried up. So, add an extra hour or so. But this right here, this is going to be quite a bit. One box of macaroni is a lot. This will feed a lot of people, so it'll be good enough for a party. I mean, you could take this to a party of, you know, of 10, 15 people easily, right? Okay, so I've got the eggs in the air fryer. I have the elbow macaronis on the stove boiling. My neighbors came over to say hi. Hi.
Hey, Hiroshi.
So, and in goes the potato. So, get my trivet. Actually, this isn't really going to be like a boiled potato. It's going to be more of a steamed potato in the Instapot is what I'm going to do. So, put the trivet in. I'll add in maybe about 2 cups of water into my Instapot. And in goes the potatoes. I think I'll just do about 6 minutes on the potatoes, and then we can check it. And if it needs to go longer, then by all means, you know, of course we can make it happen. So I'll get my unsealing, and we'll just get this started. Okay, so we're set up on the Instapot. It's on, ready to go. We'll check it. Like I said, I think 6 minutes is going to be a little too short. So the reality is I've not done the potatoes in the Instapot before, so this is going to be kind of a trial and error type of thing. But it's always good to not overcook it. You can undercook it because I can always go a little bit longer. I was shooting for about maybe 10 minutes, but my neighbor Bobby, he said, hey, just try about 6 minutes first because he's done it before, but not this size of a potato. So we'll give it a shot. Let's take a look after about 5 or 6 minutes and see what we have. All right, so we'll be back. All right, my eggs are done, and I've got them soaking in an ice bath, cooling off. My macaroni should almost be done. Or actually, it really should be done. Let me give this a try and see what it's like. Perfect al dente. That was right about 8 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and drain off the macaroni. You know, cool it off, and we'll get that dried off as soon as it cools off. This is, I got maybe another minute on the Instapot for the potatoes. We're gonna check it and we'll see how that goes. Here's my dad's trick on seeing if the potatoes are done. We just take a narrow chopstick. We'll just poke it into the potato. Let's take a look. So, oh, it needs a little bit more. It's just not going in very far. So all the baked potatoes, or I should say steamed potatoes, are finishing up. I'm going to go ahead and prep my cucumber and my carrot. So I'll wash them out. This cucumber, we're going to peel a little bit off of it. We don't want to peel all of it because we still want the green on it. Obviously, we're going to peel the carrot. And the carrots, we're just going to put it through a grater. The cucumbers, we're going to slice it thin. I'll just use a slicer and just slice it thin. Okay, so I've got the carrot peeled. My cucumber prepped, washed. We're going to just go ahead and cut this cucumber right in half. And we're just going to take the seeds out. So just use a spoon, a bowl. I'll just scrape the seeds out, and then we can run this through a slicer. I don't know where we put the slicer at. It disappeared. I'll just cut it by hand. But you want to get it as thin as possible. You know, basically like see-through. So I don't know if you can see right through that, right? You want to get it really thin. Oops, my potatoes just got done. We'll just let that sit for a while I finish cutting this up. Let's go ahead and check my potatoes. Well, that's venting. I'm going to go ahead and grate my carrot. And I'll use the large size. So keep turning the carrot around because you don't want to get it too long. I mean, that right there is about as long as you want. You want to keep it right to maybe about a ½ inch, no more than that. Okay, so now that we're done with the carrot and the cucumbers, we're going to go ahead and wash these out, get them nice and clean. If you don't wash out this carrot, it will turn the potato macaroni salad kind of an orange tint to it. So okay, so these carrots, after you shred them, you kind of want to wash them out and get them clean because you don't want it to be orange. So So what we'll do here now, we're gonna need to like squeeze this out to help it dry. And I'm gonna just put it in a bowl with some towels. So right back. So put it just in a bowl with just lined with paper towels. Move this off to the side. And we're gonna just squeeze this, right, as best we can. You wanna try to get as much water out of this as you possibly can. All right, we're gonna do the same with the cucumbers that we sliced up. Gonna wash them out. And then we're gonna squeeze them. So these cucumbers, they just add color, a little bit of color, but they're just more for the crunch. All right, get this squeezed out. Get into our bowl with the napkin on it to get it dry out. We'll put these in the refrigerator for a little bit, as the refrigerator will help it dry out also. Okay, so while that is cooling off, while the potatoes are cooling off, we're gonna go ahead and get our eggs peeled. So with these eggs, when you crack these eggs, always just take it from the big end, just crack it from the big end. And they should peel off real nice. It's this membrane right here. So using it in the air fryer, I found that it's easier to peel the eggs, but what I've read, and I don't remember where I saw this, but I saw this somewhere, is that the fresher the egg, the harder it is to peel, and it's better to have the eggs sit for a few days before you boil them, so the membrane will separate from the shell. I don't know if that's true. That's just something I read. Hey, so these eggs. Actually, I could just cut it in my hand, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to cut them this way. So we'll just cut these in just little cubes. Just like that. So we'll take this egg and make 4 cuts into it. Oops, kind of messed that egg up. It's all right. Just about that size would be perfect right there. And if you can see that. Okay, I'll get the rest of these eggs cut up. All right, eggs are cut up. I'm gonna go ahead and peel these potatoes. I got some guests come by. Kevin and his 2 kids, they just got done. JJ just got done with baseball. And Garrett was just hanging out. Say hi, you guys.
Hi.
They can't even see you on the camera. Buzzos. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this potato in. I just steamed this thing, and it wasn't all that great, but I think I used a pressure cooker for the first time, and thanks. Say hi. Hi. Who's this? What's your name?
I'm Jameson.
Jameson. Jameson's playing baseball. Yeah, see, this potato just cooked a little bit too long. I should have just gone with maybe about 12 minutes. I went with 15 instead, and yeah, it's just a little bit too long, but that's okay. It's still gonna work out just fine. It's not quite as al dente as I want it to be, and you want to get it. I mean, I'm gonna make it a little bigger chunks than I normally do because it's cooked a little bit too long. But there, maybe, I don't know, what is that? About a ½ inch? Not close, huh? We'll finish up cutting this thing up. All right, so we got the potatoes cooked up, the eggs done, my carrots, cucumber, pasta, and I got my neighbor Bobby over here, who's actually going to be the chief mixer and putting this thing all together, right, Bobby?
Yep.
All right, so we need salt, pepper, and mayo. You want to slide that over, Garrett? Perfect, thank you. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and I'm going to get out of the way here. I'll move out of the way and let Bobby do his thing. So we can just dump the macaroni right in here. You want to mix it in here or a bigger bowl?
Right in here.
Right in here? Okay, we'll get some of that in there.
All right.
What do you think, the whole thing?
Yep.
All right.
Some mayo.
We'll get some, all right, let's go ahead and get some mayonnaise in there. I'm gonna need another bottle of mayonnaise. I have several bottles of mayonnaise. So actually, you should have like a jar, right? So with this, you're gonna have to make this to taste.
About 2 cups, yeah, right?
Yeah, just about 2 cups roughly. But you just want to go slow, add a little bit, and then just keep on going as you move along. Same with the salt. Everything's going to be to taste, right?
This is a dry style too, so
Yeah.
we don't put a whole lot of liquid.
Yeah, so you just put you're going to start with about a half a tablespoon of salt. Pepper, you do the same. You're going to go maybe a little bit less on the pepper, maybe a couple teaspoons of pepper. There you go. And then we'll just make that to taste, obviously, and we'll add the carrots and the cucumbers in just a little bit. What do you think, Bobby? We're going to get more, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to need a little more.
Yeah, we need more color. So we'll add more of this carrots. We're going to end up putting all the carrots in, I think. And the cucumber too. Remember, the cucumber is just for the crunch. It's not for any kind of color. This is about double what I normally make because Carrie over there, Bob's wife, insisted that I make a double order because I know what she's going to want, like take home.
Oh yeah, he knows her well. This is the gal who can smell the water boiling in crab season during crab season. So.
Yeah, Bobby's been pretty good. He's been making this. The first time Bobby made this, we gave him the mandolin to go ahead and slice up the cucumber. And the first words out of my cousin's mouth was, "Hey, don't cut yourself." And as soon as she said that, Bob comes
Boom,
up.
there goes the tip of my finger. Have paper towels wrapped around it. Trying to play it off like nothing happened. His father's like shaking his head.
Yeah. It was so bad. Yeah, we need a bigger mixing bowl. We're making a kind of a mess here, but
A lot of times when we store this, we'll put paper towel over this.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So when you store this, don't put it in a container and cover it. When you store this, you just keep it in a container, right, and then just put a dry paper towel right over the top of it and put it in your refrigerator. Because what will happen is it'll get wet and it'll start dripping water out of all the the carrots, the cucumbers, all of that. You'll start dripping water out of that, and then you don't want that in your potato mac salad. So this is my neighbor Carrie, Bob's wife.
AKA the fluffer.
That looks pretty good. Not as good as it would be with crab, but.
Oh no. Oh, and sometimes we put the Tobiko on top of it. And
Oh,
that
that's
makes it
also really good.
awesome. Yeah. More salt, more pepper, anything?
No,
Perfect?
I think it's perfect.
All right.
Hiroshi's Kitchen, #1.
Yeah, Hiroshi's Kitchen, Hiroshi's Aloha Kitchen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.